So in this video, we're going to go over the actual content strategy. So the things that you're posting, and more importantly, before we get into that, conceptually how to think about the things that you're posting so that you never run out of content ideas. So we've already written down 30 to 60 pain points of our ideal client. What we want to do now, if you haven't already, is categorize those into 3 to 4 content pillars. So chances are there's some overlap in those pain points that solve similar problems, and that should be the basis of your content. It should be 3 or 4 different things that you talk about repeatedly, just in different ways. So we're actually going to pull up some graphics now that show you how to think about content and kind of ask yourself questions in different ways so that the content always seems fresh, but you're still overcoming the same objections, solving the same problems, and speaking to the same issues of your ideal client. Okay, so this is the content quadrant, and it's just a way to think about the content that you post in a slightly different way. So people are going to either move away from pain that they're experiencing, or they're going to move towards a future result that seems favorable or promising. So on this graph right here, we have on the left, we have the present, so where people are currently at. On the bottom, we have negative, right? We have positive on the top and future on the right. So in the top left quadrant, we have people in the present, and we're on the positive axis. So we have content that gives people what they want. And then in the bottom left, we have people in the present that are experiencing negative. So we want to be producing content that overcomes frustrations and pain points. In the top right, we have future and positive. So we want to be creating content that gives people the path to their dreams or goals. And then in the bottom right, we have future and negative. We want to be overcoming fears that they have about the future. So now that you understand conceptually how your content is going to connect with your audience, we're going to move into content types so that you understand how each type of content speaks with each segment of your market, whether they're cold, warm, or hot traffic. Since most of your audience is going to be comprised of cold or warm traffic, we want to be posting content that speaks to them specifically to provide value, better position you as an authority, and increase trust over time until they're ready to purchase. In this graphic, we have 6 types of posts that you can follow. So the first one is brand story, where you share a personal experience. Again, if you're building a personal brand, you probably have a personal experience that brought you to serving this niche. So you're telling your story of some sort of pain you were experiencing and then the solution that you were able to come up with. The next one would be polarity. This helps position you as an authority. So it's what sets you apart or makes you different. What is a controversial belief that you can repeatedly share your stance on? So for example, it could be you don't need to cut out foods in order to lose weight. You don't need to count calories in order to lose weight. The next one would be client results or social proof. So sharing client results or testimonials once you get them, stories of clients working with you and results they've gotten. The next one would be teaching and value. So sharing your expertise, but in a way that solves pain points of your ideal client. Make value posts that tie back to the fear, worry, or pain that they solve. For example, 5 ways to lose weight without starving yourself or counting calories. We already know the importance of engagement, so this could be asking a simple question on your stories or in your comments to drive engagement and start conversations. The last one would be a call to action, so people that are actually ready to take the next step with you, you can ask them to DM you, click the link in your bio. For example, I'm looking for 5 women who are ready to lose 20 pounds before their wedding. So we've gone through the content quadrant, so we know how this content impacts and connects with our audience. We've gone through the content types, so we know how these types of content speak to cold, warm, and hot traffic that are making it to our page. What we need to do from here is understand a content calendar and how it can effectively help you sequence this content and plan it out for the next 30 days.